I am still on my tour in Yekepa, and I am in my own area, Area P. Just ahead of me is the Free Pentecostal Church. See the Free Pentecostal Church? Remember the church? This church actually had a two group of people. I say group of people, the tribal people. It was dominated by the Kisi and also the Grebo people. The Free Pentecostal Church in Area P. And just behind it is the extension of the church where they used to have Sunday school and all of that. So again, I am in my own area. More interestingly, this is the horse I lived in Area P here, the back part of the horse facing the Free Pentecostal Church. This one is horse 35A. And in horse 35A, people who live in the horse 35A, we have Mr. Walker lived in this horse before, Moses Walker. We have Mr. Sibley. Mr. Sibley also lived in a horse before. And we have a driver, a Maningo man, Mr. Morris. He lived here also, and he used to be a driver for Charlie B. Roberts. Just imagine. I am talking about somewhere around the 79, 78, 79, up to 80, the early 80. Mr. Morris. I remember him. He's noted for having his women. He had 3 wives, and they were all, the Maningo people, the Muslim as a whole, they left their business. They were all making a business. I remember they used to bring grandpeas, the peanuts, and we had to grind the peanuts. So we used to call the head wife, we used to call her ground and eat, because the more you ground, the more you have the opportunity to eat the ground peas. So Mr. John Sibley lived in a house before. The late Mr. Moses Walker lived in a house before, and Mr. Morris also lived in a house before. That I said he was a driver of Charlie B. Roberts back then. So I'm going to the next apartment, and actually the next apartment is our own apartment, and it is Area P Horse 35B. This is the back of the horse 35B, and this is the back of the 2 apartments, as you can see. And I said 35B. I remember right here to where you just see that cookpot sitting. My late mother, Ma Adra, also cooked there. And if you a little bit look downward, you see other horses after our horse. But then this tree, you see, it used to be a plum tree. And right under the plum tree, my late mother used to prepare the dokun. She used to prepare the dokun, and that dokun, I was one of those who sold the dokun in the Yekepa community. But now the tree has died, and it is still standing here. And just here, where you see the fire hat, just here, almost identical, is where we used to cook the dokun, burn the, when we go in the bush and get the plantain leaf, we do something like heating up the leaf for it to get soft and all of that. So right here is where my late mother used to do the preparation of the dokun. If you come further, just few yards away, I remember this particular spot also. My mother also had a skill of facing the bread, the one we refer to as the Ghana bread, the light bread. We had the oven, the oven that was made, that was made from the the dirt block, molded well, and it was constructed right here in this oven. And I remember one time, Mistress Red, yes, I remember Mistress Red one time came to do baking in the oven I was erected here before. And unfortunately, the whole thing fell, and all the bread she had in the oven all spoiled. I remember that. So this spot, I still remember this spot. And as I said, the tree is dead. It was a plum tree, and you can just look at the structure here. I think this should be something like what we should refer to as maybe something like, I don't know whether it is a dryer or they are constructing it to build something for the chickens or so. But the oven was something similar to that, but it was, curved, built up, with the Oma used to bake her bread. But one thing that still exists, that is still alive, and it's too interesting, is a butterpear tree. This butterpear tree has been here from the time I have started knowing myself. So you should know that even if we should talk about 1990 up to now, you should know how many years we are talking about. And the butterpear tree is still here, and as you look at it, you can see that the butterpears are all on it. It has bear, and we're just waiting for the butterpear to get ripe. I want to see whether I can see an old mark. Yes, if you look on this butterpear tree, you see the old mark. You will see old nails. I think you can see a nail here. Yeah, you can see a nail here. Right here, we used to put something like a rim. Then we stay away and do something like basketballing. So the tree still carries the old mark. One, I see two nails, three nails that stay in the tree. And you can see that. So there where we used to have our basketball ring. Yes, good memory. Good memory. I really love this place. Yeah, I feel proud today to be in Rapi and to do a small videotaping of the area that we live. So this is my house that I live in Rapi, house 35A, 35B. If you go down right after our house, then we had a family living here. I'm just at the back of the houses here. I'm at the back. So right after our house, this is Abu Sano or Mamani Sano. They once lived here too. They were some Maningo people that were living here, Abu Sano. And after Abu Sano placed there, the next apartment there used to be Sonebo Halwanga. Sonebo Halwanga lived in that apartment. Then later, the last house is a Wheeler's house. So if you stay and look far above or in front of me, there is a Reo. From right behind my house to the Reo. You look there, you will see the horses in a Reo there. Now when we come back to Rapi, directly ahead of me is Rapi horse 38. And there's a lady sitting there. That apartment is 38A, 38B rather. And Mr. Johnson, Momolu Johnson, Kobe Johnson, Curtis Johnson, Mami Johnson, commonly known as Francis Johnson, and Frank Molva, they were all in that apartment. And then the next one is 38A, where you see that tree. It's a Suarez residence. 38A, P38A is the Suarez residence. We used to have a huge coconut tree, but that tree is gone, and now you just have a little orange tree growing there. So that is a Rapi horse 38. Then in the far end is horse 40, right after the Suarez residence is horse 40. In horse 40, we had a Benson family living there, and we leave 40 and come to house 36A and B. In 36A and B, the late Annie Blake lived in 36A, and the 36B, I remember the Talu family lived there too. Then Mr. Bose also lived in 38B. So this is just a photo, and now far over there it was 34. In 34 you have Lai Johnson, Musa Johnson. In 34B and in 34A we have Mr. Tamba living there. So again, this is a picture of area P, the Suarez house. There you look at the Suarez house, and you go down further to Mr. Benson, and then when you come left, it's house 39. This is house 39A and B. So 39A and B, directly to the house is the Wulers family house. Mr. Wuler, we are talking about Ophelia Wuler, we are talking about Regina Wuler, we are talking about Lawrence Wuler, we are talking about Marco Wuler. Their father, the late, used to be an agriculturist, and he was teaching in the Lamco area school system, agricultural teacher. And between here, he used to have a poultry. He had a poultry here before. He used to raise chicken here, but that poultry is gone. And he also had a garden. Sometimes he going to plant corn, sometimes cabbage, and just name them. Rice and all was planted in the swamp here between area O and area P from our side. So I'm just at the back of Ophelia Wuler's house. Mr. Wuler, our big sister Regina Marie. Then the next one is the back of the Colinkes. Again, the back of the Colinkes house. So this is just a tour that I'm taking. So this is the back of the Wulers and the Colinkes house. And we used to have a road just beyond here connecting area O. So we just fly this route and cross the swamp and enter into area O. Here used to be, yeah, I still see the old trees. There used to be two huge plum trees. This is the dead stump, and this is another one, the dead stump. So this is area P, house 39. And again, house 39, again I said it was the Wulers residence. This is 39, the Wulers residence. They were on the side at the back of their house, and now this is the Colinkes side at the back of their house. So I'm just going on the other side of the same house, trying to get a view. Okay, so here when you stand, you look far, right behind, let's say right behind the Colinkes house here, or the side of the Colinkes house, you see area N. So that is area N. So area N is over there, and here used to just be a route. The company always graded the road, and you can use this side to go. There's a bridge all the way ahead to cross to go to area N. And this is house 40A again. I said the Benson family lived in house 40A again, and 40B was Mr. Kamara. He was working on the railroad. Yeah, he was working on the railroad. House 40B